Hello, anybody home? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night. Greetings in general, because you never know what time it is in your location. So have a good day. God is good. Be nice. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're gonna be here for a little while, depending on your interaction. If you are in the building, you can say hi to us. It doesn't cost anything. Just say hi. And you bring your own topic. You know how we do stuff here. If you want to talk about your club, you want to talk about Conte, you want to talk about Boyle, Graham Potter, Mason Mount out, everything that you want to bring on the table, this is your channel, okay? So the link being provided there, and it's up to you to interact. So we might be here for a little while if you want to, if many people are interested in the show, or we can just keep it short, talk about what is going on very quickly and leave. Depend on you, all right? So in the meantime, while we are waiting for more people to join, we're gonna go ahead and start reading some topics from big account like Fabrizio Romano. He understands that Manchester City were considering a bid for Croatian talent. Luka, can't pronounce his name, Viskovic. Centre-back born in 2007, who is already playing with Hajduk Split, first team. Okay, he's a kid, but he's already in the first division. Situation has changed as Hajduk has extended his contract until June 2026. The rest will be open now. So apparently this kid here is a very, very good kid, very good center back for the future, and I think it's a big decision for him. It's a good one that he had to extend the contract is in his current club, because he already plays with the first team. So if you sign for Manchester City or Chelsea or other big teams, you're going to the academy and play with the kid. So you don't learn a lot when you play with the kid. If you want to take your level to the next step, or you want to take your game to the next level, you have to play man football. You have to test yourself and learn from the best. But when you are in the academy, most of the people are your level. Most of the people are your age. They don't have the same strength and the same experience. So I think this is a very good decision for the kid to stay there, because you're going to make a move. You like it or not, somebody is going to want you. Keep working hard, keep improving, and then if you go to a big team, you know that I am going to fight for my place in the first team. Instead of like go to the academy, it doesn't make sense for certain kids. They are so mature in a very young age. So if you bring them back to the academy level, you might kill their confidence. So I think this guy here, this kid here, did good to sign with his current club and then develop a little bit more. The second one from Fabrizio Romano here being that RB Salzburg forward Noah Okafor, sounds like my brother from Nigeria right there. Yeah, I think I know the guy. I know the guy because they played against Chelsea Football Club in the Champions League. He was good. I think he scored. Yeah, he scored against Chelsea. So I remember him now. So many clubs are following him. it's expected to be time to leave the club. So next summer, watch out, because this guy is going to make a very good move. Okafor appointed new agent Sport 360 in order to make summer move happen. So watch out on this brother here. So people, I'm just reading breaking news here because you haven't interacted yet, but I'm here for you to talk or to ask questions or to call so we can start talking. If you don't interact with me, and then I'm gonna go through the news in general and then close the shop and leave as soon as possible. But if you interact and you ask questions and you keep me going, we can continue a little bit, because I'm here. I'm just coming from work. I'm so tired, hungry, and all that. But I'm like, you know what? I am going for my people. Talk to my people before I crash. I go crashing because I'm so tired. So I'm here for you. Otherwise, I was going to make a video and then post it, right? So when I go live, it's because of people. They want to express themselves. I want to talk to my brothers and sisters. That is the reason I am here. Mr. Oscar said that Chelsea must get Dominic Szoboszlai after selling Mason Mount. He can play right back, right mid, center mid, cam, right wing, and left wing. He is too good. He can do anything: defending, scoring, assisting, dribbling, crossing. He is too good, bro. All right. Let me call Todd Bowley now and let him know that he need to go for this guy. Szoboszlai. Dominic Szoboszlai. He's from RB Leipzig, right? Leipzig are just, they always like scam Chelsea. I don't think we're gonna go for him. We got Nkunku. Nkunku is coming, right? Just think about it. Nkunku is coming. The deal is already done. It's gonna be delivered in June, the 1st of June. He's a Chelsea fan. And then you have Joao Felix. Joao Felix also can play the Mount position, the Mount role. So you have Nkunku who can do the Mount, and you have Joao Felix who can do the Mount, if you know what I mean by the Mount. And then you have also, if you want to put Mount as a midfielder or whatever, and then you have other midfielders that we already have, you know. Andrew Santos, I think Conor Gallagher is going to stay. N'Golo Kante is going to be 100% fit. You have Enzo Fernandez. You have even Lewis Hall from the academy, who is also midfielder. This season he's been played as a midfielder in the academy and killing it. We have so many options from the Mount position, if you can call it that way, Mount position. And you have Kai Havertz, who can just drive and be all around that position. So we have options. What I'm trying to say here is that you don't have to spend another 80 million on Szoboszlai when you have already people who can fit perfectly in that role. Also, another thing is, if you think that the guy been scoring in Germany and killing it and whatever what you said here, and he's gonna come to the Premier League and do the same, you have to think again. How many players in the last 10 years that we bought from Germany or from other countries, we are not just lucky, you know, the majority of them are just flopping. So I'm not gonna hype myself all of a sudden. Whoever we're gonna buy now, and I'm like, oh no, he's gonna do this. I can do that for the banter, just to make myself feel good and all that. But inside me, I'm just waiting for you to come and do it in the Premier League and the Chelsea Football Club. So, including Nkunku, I hyped a lot Werner. When we signed Werner in the same channel here, I just praised him and say how he's better than Lewandowski and he's gonna kill it in the Premier League because he got the better players at Chelsea. I made theories here in the same channel. How many videos? What happened to Werner? So me, my friend, now you have to show me. You have to come first, do it before I overhyped you. Okay, whoever is ready, Mr. New Name, how is it going?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes,
I just
sir.
wanted to ask you one question. I'm out.
Good.
Who is, and I know you're not part of the executive team, you're just a Chelsea fan, diehard fan.
Okay.
But just for you, who is your dream signee next season?
Dream signing. That is a very good question. And I partially answered before even you come live here. Like, I don't get too excited too much anymore. I do it for the banter, but inside me, I just wait because I used to be that. Maybe when I was younger, like, okay, we got this and that. It's gonna kill. I want Messi. I want Ronaldo. I want this. But we got all the players that are hyped. Most of them, or the majority of them, just flopped. So for me, a killer number 9, whatever the name is gonna be, it could be somebody from Ecuador that we never heard of. He comes to Chelsea and then destroy it. Maybe Valencia, we buy him from Turkey, he come to the Premier League and he destroyed the Premier League. So for me, my brother, listen, I'm gonna whoever is gonna come and start scoring goals, a clinical number 9, like little one. But I don't know who. If I say Harry Kane, he comes to Chelsea and he flops, or whoever from Germany, so I have to wait and see.
Got you. Thank you, sir. All
right. Thank you so much for calling. Okay, Mr. Why did you change your name, Mr. Pods? 543.
That's my name. I thought I'd give you my name.
Yeah, Hanif, right? Mr. Hanif. Yeah. All right, go ahead, my brother. Who is your dream signing for Chelsea if you have to choose one next summer?
My dream signing. Oh, there's too many issues.
Yeah, too many issues. You're right.
Okay, so for me, I just want to see Messi in the Premier League. I just want Messi.
Messi in the Premier League? Okay.
Yeah, I just
Do you think that he still got it? He still got it? Like
100%. 100%.
He can do it in the Premier League?
We'll have to carry him through games, but when we get the ball up to him, he'll be able to create chances. And then when he's in the box, he'll be able to score a few. It's just, we will never see a guy like that again. He will still get you 20 goals a season in the Premier League. No, sorry, in all competitions. Obviously that will happen, but I think the player that we should, if we could get him, is Mbappe and build the team around him, but that's just not going to happen. I think it's very difficult because I look at the team and I think we need a midfielder. So a strong midfielder is what I couldn't even name you a strong midfielder at this moment in time. It's very hard. So we need a young Casemiro, probably.
How about Casadei? How about Cesar Casadei? Oh, yeah. Cesar Casadei is another very strong midfielder that we bought from Italy. He's playing for Reading at the moment, scoring for fun. Some of his golazos are just impressive. Well, he's still 19, so nobody's paying attention. And then you have Andrew Santos. Look at the tournament that he just had with Brazil. So for me, age is just a number. We have just to launch them.
Yeah, I think it depends. I think me and you we always look at the long term rather than the short term.
Mm.
But I personally feel our fan base is not willing to do that. They're not willing to sacrifice in the short term. They want they want short term success over long term stability, and I think that's what will. I think that's what will cost us. I think the next 2 or 3 years, especially the next season as well, I think that's going to be not. I don't think it's going to be great. I think we're going to get top 7 at best because the club is all over the place, and whoever we do get in, I still believe we are maybe 4 or 5 signings away from mounting a challenge to the Premier League. I don't think we're far.
For me, I have a slightly different idea than you, which is okay. For me, I think that we are almost there. Like, we are Chelsea because we're not going to build for 5 years. We are mixing experience and youngsters. So when it starts clicking, it's not going to take the time that took Arsenal or the time that would take Manchester United or those clubs who need to go from zero. I think if we find the right system, we play players from their natural position with what we got already. If there is a good coaching with winning mentality, we can still winning while building. So
I just think that I just think that we need to give some of our players a bit longer. We've got a couple of players coming in next season, and then it depends who's leaving as well, and then also how is the season going to end? If we're going to stick with Potter, which I think is going to happen. You know, how's the first half of the season, the first 10 or 15 games are going to be very telling. I thought we were very good the other night, and I blamed the forward line for not finishing
the chances
Everton
that
off.
we created.
Yeah,
that's why I said we need a clinical guy there. Yeah, that's a good point.
I couldn't blame Potter. A lot of Chelsea fans were like, "Oh, it's Potter's fault." I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, I can't accept that." We played good football, we created so much, and the forward line let us down again. He doesn't have anything up front, really, if we look at it. But for me, I think if we can get, I'll be honest with you, the type of player we need like a Nunes. He is the type of player we need.
Like Darwin Nunes.
So, yeah, he is
the Liverpool striker.
Yeah, he is the type of player that we should be looking for. We need someone who's willing to fight. We need a Didier Drogba who's willing to make the defense uncomfortable. I want Costa. I want Drogba. I want these guys. I want a player in their mold.
How about Lukaku? Lukaku is there for free. He's coming back to Stamford Bridge.
No, bro. He'll get you goals. He'll get you 10 to 15 goals in all competitions. He's a good backup. A very expensive backup, but he's a good backup. But he's not. I just don't think he wants to play for us. And also, I don't think the fan base will allow him to stay. You know what our fan base is like. They're worse than Arsenal fans. So I personally feel that it just depends. There's too many issues at the club at the moment. There's too much instability. We've also got the issue with Mason Mount as well. He's basically holding us to ransom, and But for me, I just think once the dust settles, which I don't think will happen for a couple of seasons, I want to see what this new footballing board is about. We will see if they make the right decisions for the long term. I'll be happy. In 3 years' time, if you say to me, "Oh, in 3 seasons, we're gonna play good football and we're gonna finish top 4," I'll take that. In 3 years' time, so in 2 more seasons, I'll take that. I will accept that because I've been a Chelsea fan since '97, so I've experienced our low league positions. Yeah, I've experienced pre-Roman Abramovich, whereas a lot of Chelsea
new generation are like, they think that Chelsea were created like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's not normal to build. It's normal to buy and suck and change all the time. So,
if we can get the right manager like Manchester United have done, it could be 2 seasons where we are right up there. But ultimately, I want to give the current manager a chance. And I think next year he's going to have to do something significant. If you look at what Arteta did, he won a trophy. If you look at what Ten Hag has done, he's won a trophy. It buys you more time. So if that buys you more time, I need to hope that Potter wins something next year. Any trophy will do. So, and I think that's what will keep the fans on board. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we have to wait and see what is going to happen. But for me, really, if I had to look for one person, I think one clinical guy in front there, and we should be fine. If you look at chances that even Felix, I want to sign Felix for sure. I want to keep him because he's a very good player.
100%. I don't think he'll stay though. I don't think he'll because of I'm sure you're aware of what Atletico did before they sent him to us. He signed an extension.
Yes, because they wanted to protect their investment because he was going to have like 1 year left on his current deal. So just to protect,
he's £100 million. He's going to be £100 million player.
Yeah, I heard like between if you have 80, according to the Athletic, I read it yesterday that 80 million is about the money that Chelsea need to spend in order to get him. I don't know if they're gonna include the 20 million that we paid for the loan to make it 100. Unlikely, but I think it's gonna go in that because they bought him like for 125 million. They bought him in that price. That means they count on him a lot.
He's a £60 million player. He's not what they think he's worth, but
we are paying over now. You know, Chelsea.
No, we are paying over the odds, but I think we could go get Rafael Leao. We could go and get Osimhen from Napoli. I think there are players that I would rather risk
Osimhen,
if
Enzo Fernandez cost 120 million. Osimhen is gonna cost about 150. The starting price is gonna be 200 million, so you can negotiate and end up at 150. I don't see him coming less than.
It just. I don't mind who comes in. I just want them to be. I want them to be hungry. That's all I want. I just want hungry players, and I think we should. I think looking at the team at the moment, I think the team needs to be built around Enzo Fernandez. I think he's what I would build the team around at the moment, get the best out of him, moving further up a field, which I think he can do more. And he is the one that I would think, I would make him the main man and make sure that the team that he does, that we can
if you make him the main man, you still need somebody. It's just like Hazard, your main man, but you need Costa and Fabregas. You know what I mean? Who can just drop those balls from nowhere to Costa to finish those chances. Enzo, look how many chances, how many progressive passes that he played. Probably in the short period of time, he already played more progressive balls than Jorginho 5 years at Chelsea. I've never seen anybody, like he knows exactly what he's going to do with the ball before even it comes to him. He already scanned everything like in second. Bam, bam. And then he's putting those through balls, but many people don't understand each other that much yet. But also, we are not clinical. Our attackers.
I think, and I think the problem is I think we have to look at the end of the season and think, okay, we have to make a decision on Kai Havertz. That because if we get a big striker in. Alongside Nkunku, we're gonna have to make that big decision about Kai Havertz because I just feel that he's not the guy. I love him. Listen, I don't want to I'll always say thank you to him. I just don't think he's the guy. I don't think he's the guy for us. I really don't, and it's very hard for me to say that because he's playing well at the moment. But I just don't. He doesn't have the aggression. He doesn't have what Costa had. You have to have that.
That is not his game, though. That's the problem.
I know that's not his game.
I even made a video today about Chelsea being like a graveyard for players. Like we try to force people out of position all the time and try to blame them. We know when we bought him that he's not a proper number 9. He can play off the proper number 9 or in a number 10 in a free role there, or he can even drop a little bit deeper. We haven't really figured out what to do. And because we count on him, we force him to be our man over there, or the pressure, and he's not that man. That's why he's that bad. But if you buy another guy that will take pressure off Kai Havertz, I think he's going to end up by scoring 15 goals a season or something and play the best football of his life. I talked about it today. I made a video. If you look at even Edouard Mendy, I'm just giving you some examples so you understand what I was trying to say. Edouard Mendy, everybody want to kill him now after winning us the Champions League, the World Cup, the Super Cup, and whatever cup you want in one season. I agree. He's not a modern goalkeeper, because modern goalkeeper you have to play from the back, blah 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 blah. He's old school, Peter Cech. But we want to force him to dribble and pass the ball cleanly to somebody else. What happened? He panics. Every time the ball touches his feet, you can feel it. You can see the fear. You can see that he want to do something, otherwise he's going to be in trouble with the manager. And when you are in that situation, you make mistakes. And one mistake will lead to another one, and then you're not focused anymore, and you concede even stupid goals that you never conceded before. So, and you look at Mason Mount, you even say about taking the club to ransom or whatever. Let's talk about football here. Football, the guy is playing a winger, whatever position for 4 years. How can somebody develop playing out of position all the time? Not everybody is going to be versatile and play from every single position. I can go on and on. We brought somebody called Kennedy.
I agree with you.
Kennedy came from Brazil. He was scoring for fun. He was playing as a winger from the right-hand side, as a number 10, as a number 9. Awesome, clinical player. He came to Chelsea. For some reason, he found himself as a fullback. The guy is playing as a fullback. Kennedy, from scoring goals for fun, getting to the Brazilian national team, to playing a fullback defending. How can you improve somebody in the position that is not feeling comfortable? That's the point I'm trying to make here.
I understand what you're saying, but you also are aware that Chelsea's, and this is the one of the issues I had with the previous regime, because we didn't have a footballing board, well, not a proper one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
When the door of the manager would always change, so the tactics would always change. So the players that were good enough, they would adapt, and the players that didn't, they were either sold or they were sent out on loan, or they were sitting in the second team or in the reserves. This is the issue we've had for a long time. We've always bought fantastic players who can do this, that, and the other, but we've never had, apart from Mourinho, when have we had stability, really?
Yeah, we don't have stability because
we've never had it.
Yeah, I don't also blame all on managers, because they knew they have a very short window to win, and you don't want to focus on like developing anybody or playing people in their position and wait for them to understand. You set up a certain way of play to win something, and whatever happened after you, it's not your problem. Reason why we found ourselves with a lot of dead wood, because they just fit to one particular manager and not the other one. So yeah, stability, change all the time, sucking all the time. No philosophy like this is the Chelsea way. No, it's every manager comes with his own way, and he knows that he's gonna be here even 6 months. If I don't do good, I'm out. So why should I waste my time on being patient on this kid or that kid? So if you can adapt very quickly to what I'm trying to do, you are my boy. You win me something. That's it. So that's the way it is. I completely agree.
I know, but this is the thing. This is why I always say, and this comes across disrespectful when I say this, we've been spoiled. We have
Yeah, a
really been
lot.
spoiled as a fan base, and
Mm.
this is, and I blame this throwing the money at so many things when we should have thought, right, let's calm down. Let's really analyze what's happened. Have we just missed out? Yeah, we've just missed out. We're top four. We might have won a trophy. This manager won us the league last year. Let's put the faith in him for a couple of seasons. Let's see if we can
It's not gonna
elevate him back
happen,
up
brother.
there.
This is a
No, I know, but
philosophy.
this is
Yeah.
yeah, but this is what we have to change. This is why I'm not a big fan of the owner. I'm not gonna lie. I think I didn't want this type of ownership, but he's here now. Now he's put this board in place. We will see. We will see. But I think the short term does not look good, and the fans better be ready for a roller coaster. I don't see us being successful in the league, and I think right we are going to be. And I hope I'm wrong. I think we're the next Arsenal for the next couple of years. I think we're just gonna have to put up with the banter, and we just better hope that we can do something in the cups, because me and you had this discussion many times when Tuchel was in charge. We always said the football, because he wouldn't play the right players in their position. He wouldn't play the right players in the team. And we always say, look, the football's dead because you're not playing the attacking players and the players that create chances. So I just feel we need to think, okay, so I would say we're seeing better football under Potter than Tuchel,
But
because
without
but
result, like
but without
without
the
the
result, yes,
result of what people were
that's
expecting.
true. Yeah,
So,
that's true. We are
but
seeing it
Chelsea
without the
fans,
result,
they
but
don't care about football. They don't care about building. They don't care about future, and they just care about win at any cost. Or
yeah,
if somebody need to
and
lose a
that's
job now in order for us to win, we have to win now. So I
uh,
wanted to say
yeah.
that this is gonna take like a generation, an entire generation of spoiled fans that we are. Like, we understand football in a different way. Like, there is no process in football. You can't train people, you can't develop people, you just win. So people who grew up for the last 10 years, all they know is that kind of football and that kind of project. Do you think that all of a sudden you're gonna tell them to wait for one or couple seasons, they're gonna listen?
I think
No.
we have to.
And that's why you understand. Probably you are, mature enough, and you started supporting Chelsea when we were struggling. You understand. But for somebody who is a billionaire online, who is used to a certain way for 10 years or 15 years since he was born, all he knows is Abramovich sucking, winning. What are you gonna tell him? It's already a mindset. It's almost impossible to delete that kind of mentality and make him understand that you have to walk sometimes and you are not entitled to trophies. Sometimes you have to take a step back and build. They don't know that. That's why we are so violent online. You see how people attack you for trying to make sense. They attack you, they punch you. This is not me. It's because they have no argument to agree with you. This is my DNA. This is what I do. This is what I know. It's always black or white. You can't really have a conversation. You will see some people who will jump immediately to the fight and kill you. That's how aggressive we are in the Chelsea community. So we have to continue doing what we're doing. The owners need to be strong and understand that they're gonna have hard time. But at the end, when we get to the next step and we start winning, probably at that point, those kids and those fans are gonna understand. Oh, it wasn't that bad, because now look at this. We start winning year after year after year. So yeah, probably was good. But in this current moment, it's almost impossible and a waste of time to tell a Chelsea fans that there is something called process and you have to wait for 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, look, it's just where he is. The only thing I'm looking for in the short term is just a good performance. Um, I I've got nothing else. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to the Champions League. I think we could beat Real Madrid. That's just me. But in terms of the league,
Mm.
I think the top seven finish is probably gonna be what we're looking at the moment, unless we can just carry on winning.
Yeah, it's over, man. It's over for me right now. Let's settle to top 10. Let's settle and finish
No, I
10th.
think we'll get seventh. I think we'll
No,
get seventh.
for
I think.
me, my wish is that we finish 10th. If we can't go any further, let's finish 10th. No European football, no nothing next season. Give him a group of 25 players, so no more excuses of, oh, my squad is too big and I can't control and all that. All the excuses away. Get your preseason, everybody in place, one game a week at the beginning of the season. Let's fight for the league and some domestic cups while we are preparing for the return in Europe. You know, one season away from everything is not going to kill me. I'll be happy. Under Conte, we did the same, and we went to win the Premier League. So, but, you know, going Thursday night in Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan, you know, and you come back on Thursday night late and then you play on Saturday.
That means nothing. That means honestly, these guys don't come back on a car. You know, they come back first class.
Private
Honestly, that means
jet.
nothing.
Yeah, I know they have
That means
private
nothing
jet
to
that
me.
will take them, but flying for
that means
8,
nothing.
9, 10
They'll be
hours.
fine. They can sleep in there. Honestly, I
No,
don't.
the plane is a different kind of environment that you can sleep and be fresh and play 2 days after that. You know, they're human being, or they can say, "Let's play the kids. Let's play the kids," but it's gonna be like you don't respect the competition if you have to just play the kids. You know, so.
Yeah, look, I'm. I I think it would be nice to take a season away and you know reset, as you said. I don't think we'll challenge for the league, but because I don't think we're there by any stretch of the imagination. But I think it does get us closer to getting some kind of European place, whether it's Europa League or Champions League, because I think Tottenham will fall because I don't think no one because they more or less finished
Tottenham are
once the chain
failing.
goes.
We are failing too. Every time they draw, we draw. Every time they lose, we lose. We never took any advantage of other teams' situations. That's the
No, it's not
Chelsea
about
thing.
taking advantage. I'm talking about next year. I don't think it's got anything to do. I'm looking at our long term and their long term, and I think there's always going to be one team that comes down. But the only thing is Newcastle have come up, so
Yeah,
it's going to
Newcastle
be
are coming to the picture. That's true.
it's going to be interesting. Like what happens under Potter next season. So I personally think it's going to be much better than what it is this season.
Yeah.
Because I can't see it getting any worse because he's gonna get that preseason. He's gonna be in he would have been in the job for a lot longer. And I just think we're gonna do so much better next season. And look, the football we played against the other day against Everton. First half, listen, we were good. We should have finished that game off. Look, I don't blame Potter for our players missing. You can't blame the manager for when you make defensive errors and because the manager's job is to prepare the team. He prepared that team. That team didn't finish their dinner. It's as simple as that. And I know it's very hard to say. It's very hard to accept that, but fans need to understand
he need to take some of the blames because he's the chief. He is in charge.
I understand that.
And also the changes that he made, I think he tried to close the shop too quickly. Immediately, like 58 minutes, Gallagher was on, like John Obi Mikel coming to close the shop under Mourinho, kind of. And then he made some changes and the Chaluba and all that. So people who are not like warm enough to be there because you don't make so many changes and and especially in the defense, because you might just disturb the balance of the team. But anyways, I always tell people this: it's always a lose-lose situation for a manager. If you make those kind of changes and Gallagher came and score a header, or Chalobah score a screamer and you win 3-0 or 4-1, because it was like already 1-1 or something like that, or 2-1, he was going to be a genius. But if your plan doesn't pay off, and then you are a clown. So that's the problem. And especially when people are waiting already for "I told you" moment. I told you. Porter is no good. This English guy, he's awful. Get rid of him. So no matter how good you can be, people just waiting for that moment. I said it before even the game. It's always a lose-lose situation. But believe me, if he was another manager that we love, and we ended up by drawing that game, it was going to be Gallagher's fault, somebody's fault, a player's fault, not the manager, because you can't touch the guy who is popular. So the narrative was going to change. Just like when we lost the semi-final or whatever it was, what stage of the Champions League last season against Real Madrid. We were leading 3-0, 10 minutes to go. We brought Pulisic, we brought Hakim Ziyech. Ancelotti brought Rodrigo, he brought Valverde to try to push and put pressure, because he knew that Alonso was done. He couldn't even walk. He knew that we were so tired. I have nothing to lose. 10 minutes to go. Let me throw everything. We brought people who can't even defend. We brought people to score more goals instead of bringing people who can help us to protect the score, to see the game out. But you know what happened? It was Mason Mount's fault. Because why? Because we love the manager and we can't tell the truth. So the other game, I'm telling you right now, if he was another manager in charge, Jose Mourinho, whatever, the narrative was going to be, those players are to blame. They are crap, and especially those academy products. We were going to find somebody to blame. But it's the manager, so it's Graham Potter, so he needs to be blamed because of the mindset already. People don't like him. But he needs to take some responsibility in terms of making changes. But the problem in the Chelsea community also is this. When we win, it's all on players. The manager didn't do anything because we hate him. So we can't give him any kind of credit. We're waiting for the red flag. And then when we lose, it's his fault. So he's only responsible for failure. You can't give him any kind of credit. So we live in the most complicated fan base ever because of the culture that Abramovich installed in the team for the last 20 years. So if you think that Arsenal fans are tough, think again. Just go to the Chelsea community and see how we kill each other for stupidity and evil. Like I've never seen any kind of agenda like hate and like wishing your own players to die, to get cancer, to get bad injury because you hate them, because they don't respond to your standard. I've never seen any evil like that in any community. They might go there and say out, 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 act like, like they do on YouTube. But I've never seen them attacking their own players 24/7 just because they don't like him and they don't represent them. Because he's a kid from the rank, So the most tough, the most difficult fan base is Chelsea because we are so spoiled and we feel like we are entitled to everything good. Nothing bad can happen to us. It's us. How dare you? We are Chelsea. So it's going to take time, my friend. It's going to take years and years and generation of people and those kids to grow up and become adults and understand certain simple common sense in life and say, you know what? Probably this is not the way life supposed to be. This is the way it is, if that makes sense. But it is what it is. Juicy Jack. Jack? He's gone.
Jack's gone.
He's gone. Yep.
Jack's gone like Tuchel went. He just went.
Jack is gone like Tuchel went.
Jack is gone like Tuchel went. Listen, look. I think look. There's still a lot of positives to look forward to in terms of next season. We've got some players coming in. A lot will be going out. I just hope we get rid of the players that don't want to be here. The ones that want to go play elsewhere, and even if they don't want to be sold, just get them out on loan and or keep them away from the first team.
Okay, so tell me, be specific. Who would you like to get out the door?
I think the problem with that question is, right, who's going to be the manager? If Potter stays, I'll be honest with you, the team that I saw against Everton without Mason Mount, I think that team looked all right. I thought so.
Yeah,
really
big
good.
Specific. You don't have to please me. That is your casual. I support Mount, but if you want Mount out, that is your opinion.
I don't.
As long as you
Mount,
keep it respectful. Yeah, I don't have a problem.
I don't want Mount out. I'm Mason Mount in. The problem is we gave him a platform when he was a nobody. We gave him so many opportunities, and now he won't sign an extension because we're not willing to pay him the Lukaku money or the big money, and he's still unproven. I know he's won a Champions League. You're still unproven because you've still got to go up another level. You've still got to prove that, you need to win as a Premier League title and you need to win as more trophies, but you need to also contribute in terms of your numbers. Would I like to keep Mason Mount? Of course I would. But the problem is I don't think Mason Mount is looking at Chelsea as a long-term option. That's why I've said, look, if he doesn't sign this summer, we're going to have to sell him because he's only got 1 year left after this year. So Mason Mount's a 50-50. I think Ziyech's gone. I think that ship has sailed, and I'm a big fan of Ziyech.
Pulisic.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. If hold on, could we?
Pulisic is gone. Callum Hudson.
Yeah, probably.
Like that.
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
No, I'd keep Loftus. We need squad players to fill in, especially for Reece James. Reece is always going to get injured. Yeah, I'd let Chalobah go. No. Sorry, the centre back. No. Sorry, I was thinking about the Newcastle.
Because you are getting a Josko. I would keep
Chalobah because I think next season will be Thiago Silva's last season, and I think it will be Koulibaly, Chalobah, because eventually we have to let our young middle-aged defenders, take the reins. We have to think, right, okay, like these guys are the ones that are going to take the reins. So I would keep Chalobah. I wouldn't change much of the defense. I think we're going to lose Kova. He's going to go for free. I think I don't think we're going to be able to keep him. So we need to fill that void in with someone. I don't know if we're going to keep Zakaria. You alright, Juicy Jack?
Jack. Hey, Jack.
Hey, brother.
What's going on, Jack? Talk.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, I'm doing fine, thank God.
Okay, so where are you calling? Oh, don't tell us if you don't want to reveal your location. It's okay. Okay, so we know you are Jack. What team you support?
I was just listening. I've been following you for some time now, but most times when I'm at work, I listen.
No
to
problem,
the
my
program,
friends. Welcome for the first time. Then.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your opinion? What team you support? Tottenham Hotspurs? Jack?
No, I support Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Support Chelsea. Okay. So, what do you have to say today? Jack?
Well, I've been hearing this story about Mason Mount, and You said something, I think yesterday, or I don't really remember which day. You said something about Mason Mount when you said when you look at your colleagues, you are doing the same thing and they are earning more money than you.
Yes.
Definitely it will not go down well with you.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to Mason Mount, there's a lot of narrative going on. It's not that black or white. It's not about he doesn't want to sign a contract and he want to abandon us. And no, it's not that way. There are so many details that we don't know. But social media is not about details. It's about black or white. You are all in or you are all out. But there are so many issues with the contract length, the money that you are offering, the conditions, the bonuses, the such and such, my role in the team and all that plays. But, like I said, we just don't read anymore. We hate details. You go straight to the narrative, black or white. That's the way it is. Yep. But the Mason Mount is not that easy about he doesn't want to sign or he want to abandon us or he want to this and that. That's why negotiations always take long. But like I said, for people who complain about money when it comes
I feel sorry for him, to be honest.
When it comes to money, people complain about money only when it comes to academy products or people like Mason Mount. But when we got somebody from another country, all of a sudden, pay whatever it takes. It's not my money. Pay them. I don't care. 350K that you still paying Lukaku now. You have some echoes that we can hear. You have another window that's open.
Look at all these young
Juicy
players.
Jack, you have echoes that I can hear. You have another. Probably you are watching another.
I am not against anyone.
I think you have a hard time.
For example, like all this Nino Maduke, Chukwemeka, the way Chelsea value them just because they came from another academy, not.
Yeah, we value more people from other academy. Listen, Jack, we can't hear each other. I think you are just receiving me. You are just receiving me like very delayed. So you have a lot of echoes. I can hear another window talking, so I can hear myself talking from your side. So disconnect yourself and come back. Make sure that everything around you is not gonna cause echoes. But yeah, bottom line is we complain about money only when it comes to Mason Mount, but anybody else from any academy or any country, we are ready to pay whatever it takes. So that tells you that this hate has nothing to do with football anymore. We have to respect everybody. We have to consider all of them just like Chelsea players and not where you're coming from. And that is my fight in these channels is also to fight for equality and not discrimination. Okay? What Raheem Sterling is doing now to deserve 350K a week. What Timo Werner did at Chelsea Football Club to deserve 300K a week. And Mount can't even have 150K a week. It's too much. He needs to go. That is just jealousy, my friends. That is not football anymore. So that's the way it is. Mr. Jack, if you fix your connection, you can join us again. So people, let me remind you the table here in the Premier League. International break already, and we have Arsenal top. Well, some teams still have like one game or two in hand, so you have to figure out how many games your team already played. But technically, Arsenal are top, 69 points. Manchester City second with 61. Manchester United 50. Tottenham Hotspurs 49, Newcastle United 47, Liverpool 42, Brighton 42, Brentford 42, Fulham 39, Chelsea 38, Aston Villa 38, Crystal Palace 27. Wow, That is a huge gap right there between 11th and 12th. Like almost 10 points. Wolves 27, Leeds United 26, Everton 26, Nottingham Forest 26, Leicester City 25, West Ham United 24, Bournemouth 24, and Southampton 23. There is not a big gap between number 12 and number 20. So anybody can still go down, including Chelsea. You need like 40 points, correct me if I'm wrong. You need 40 points to secure your stay in the Premier League. So make no mistake, Chelsea could still get relegated, people. Chelsea could stay, could go to the championship. Let me double check on this one. Is everything working good your side? So Chelsea, be careful because you still can go to the championship. So for the match day 28th, Nottingham Forest lost against Newcastle 2-1. Aston Villa beat Bournemouth 3-0. Brentford 1-1 against Leicester City. Southampton against Tottenham Hotspurs 3-3. Wolves lost at home against Leeds United 4-2. Chelsea against Everton at the Bridge, it was a draw 2-2. Arsenal beat Crystal Palace 4-1. And I'm not happy about Palace sacking Patrick Vieira. I think Vieira did a great job last season, and he needed a little bit of time to settle in the Premier League. So I don't care if Crystal Palace lose now because I'm not happy about what they did to Patrick Vieira. And Arsenal are flying right now, my people. They might just win this league. You know, everything is working for them. People around them are dropping points. So Arsenal, if they don't win the league this season, it's going to be difficult for them to win next season. This is the Leicester City season for Arsenal, if that makes sense. The season where everything kind of working for you. When you drop point, other teams are going to drop point. You know? So everything, even some of the games that they won, they came back from 2-0 to win 3-2. The last minute win. Those little things, you know, the decision that goes for you, penalty that, you know, a little dodgy, but you get it. So everything, it looks like all the stars are aligned for Arsenal to win it. So don't bottle it because you're going to regret this out of all other competitions. And if you don't win this, it's going to be a big banter here because all we heard from the beginning of the season is we're going to win the Europa League, we're going to win the Premier League, the FA Cup, quadruple. Now you are losing one by one. So watch out. If you don't win this season, Arsenal, the banter that you're going to get is going to be in another level of banter, you know. So yeah, Arsenal are doing pretty good, my friends. They are flying right now. Unstoppable Arsenal. Let me check if I have some comment here. Let me go to another screen. Guys, Smiley, thank you for your comment. Much appreciate it. Mr. Mugabe Mike is from Rwanda. Kagame is still the president over there, right? Thank you so much for stopping by. Are you saying Mount should be paid a reasonable wage even with poor performance? I didn't say that, but you can put a word in my mouth and try to manipulate. I know that you don't like Mount, so anything about Mount is gonna frustrate you. I don't care. I'm just talking about justice here. Like, if Lukaku deserves 350 and you are talking about Mount now making theories, and then there is a problem here. You know, there is a problem with online experts. Just imagine the fans asking for the manager to be sacked at halftime, as was the case with Porter against Everton. Fans, depending on who you call fans, the steady-going fans, or I don't know what you mean, because there are fans and fans. There are some fans online who always negative and always out, and there are other fans who understand the situation and who applaud players, especially the ongoing one. They understand better than us online, you know. I am not interested on leading copy-paste narrative, because most of the report about Mount being made up for people to find more ammunition to shoot him. But the truth is going to come out one day. So I'm not going to waste my time on discussing something that is just a simple narrative and hate and evil. So I'm not going to get there. Common sense, if you use just a little bit of intelligence behind everything, you will see things from a different perspective. But that is not social media. Social media is copy-paste. Just because somebody said Mount wants 300 and that is true, that is what you want to believe. That is freaking copy-paste narrative. All right. So Arsenal, you have a chance now to win the league. And if you bottle it, nobody to blame but yourself. Saka was the man of the match. This guy is going to another level. And you know why Saka is in another level? Because Chelsea fans online, they want to compare. They want to compare Saka. Oh, look at Saka. Well, if you say, look at Saka and tell me what position Saka is playing. His natural position. He can change position sometimes when they are in crisis or there are a lot of injuries. But Saka is having the career, the season of his career, because first of all you play the right system that fit players, that get the best out of players. If you play Saka as a wing back or as a midfielder or whatever position, you're not gonna get 100% of Saka. So Saka been developed very nicely from the position that he feel comfortable. Mason Mount been played 4 years out of position. Nobody talked about it because it's Mason Mount. You have to be a genius and be nice in every position that the manager wants you. That's the narrative. But if you change Jorginho or you change Felix and play him from whatever position, people are going to complain about that position. But Mount is the guy that needs to be perfect everywhere. So Saka been developed good in a system that fits him, in a position that he feels comfortable, and sky is the limit for that kid. He's going to grow and grow and grow because of the environment being made for him to be world class. All right, let's go. Yeah, Crystal Palace, man. I don't even care anymore about them. I used to watch them and kind of support them because of Patrick Vieira and Mark Guay and Conor Gallagher played over there. But now that they've sacked Patrick Vieira, and justly, he's 12. He is 12 on the freaking table. How can you sack somebody all of a sudden? He's not even far from Chelsea. He's not far from Chelsea. How can you sack him? You know, you sack him and the Porter still in place. Porter still in place and you sack Patrick Vieira. That is just not fair for me. So, yeah, we talked about all the games in the Premier League, my friends. And after 2 weeks now, the Premier League coming back. And that is going to be the sprint. That is going to be go to the final line. Run. No more mistakes. You have to go for it. Go. All right, let me see if I have some more comment here. People, if you don't participate to the debate, I will leave. I will leave soon. Yes, Mount should be paid the amount he asked because he deserves it. Well, only few people like you online can use common sense, but most of us we don't think anymore. We think that we are perfect online, and I should work for free for Chelsea. Bloody hell! You're working in the company, you deserve your money. You are free to ask whatever you want. But amount of money that people are making online are stupid just so they can get more ammunition to shoot Mount. Mount never asked that kind of money, and even if he asked for it, he deserves it more than Raheem Sterling. He deserves it more than Kai Havertz. He deserves it more than Romelu Lukaku or Timo Werner. He deserves more than anybody else. So there are so many details that people don't know, but they just bring black or white. Oh, he want this. Oh, he want that. Oh, he's saying that. Nobody knows the details, the small details in a contract. Nobody knows about that. So that is the way it is. That is the way it is. So let me double check here. People, if you want to call me before I leave, the link being provided over there. You see? This link here. You can click and call and have your say. If you don't call, I'm gonna leave. If you don't comment, I'm gonna leave because I look like I'm done. I'm done reporting what I wanted to report for the day. Remember, the channel is for the people, regardless of the team you support. If you are a Tottenham fan, you come here, you talk to us about Tottenham, about your team, and what's going on with Antonio Conte. Okay. Let me now go back to social media and double check if there is anything trending. I've been here for more than an hour, so slowly and surely I am going to end this show. So if you have something to say, this is your time, all right? And I might be back tomorrow or whatever day. We might do some international games, friendlies and Euros and whatever, African Cup of Nations. Some games during this international break, live watch-alongs and stuff. So put your notification on, subscribe to the channel. This is a new channel, so I need your support. I need you to support by liking and subscribing. Okay, let's get to 1,000 subscribers in this channel. Thank you so much, much appreciate it. Okay. What am I doing? I'm just destroying everything myself here. All right, what is trending? What topic is trending? It's Antonio Conte. Is Antonio Conte sacked yet? Graham Potter is trending. Let's see what people are saying. Of course, he's gonna trend. He's gonna always trend because everything he does is wrong. Believe me, even if we won the game against Everton, there will be people always that will be not happy, that will always find why we didn't score 10 or why we didn't bring this and that. So you can't please everybody in this world at the end of the day. So you have just to do what you have to do. People are asking justice for Aubameyang, justice for Datro, justice for such and such, but it is what it is. You can't please 25 or 30 players in one squad. So Potter is trending. As always, every single day you will see him trending somewhere. So let's double check if there is any breaking news here. Mr. Guy Smiley, Discord, I haven't been there for a while because it's just getting out of control now. I have so many YouTube channels, right? And then I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I have TikTok, I have Facebook, and I have some other account like let's say, WhatsApp and stuff. And then I have to work. I still work like 9-10 hours every single day. And I have a family to feed and I have to pay my bills. So if you're gonna engage always on social media in all different accounts, you might find yourself 24/7 just on social media without doing anything. So if you wanna engage with me, I'm there every single day. YouTube, I'm live. The telephone is there. You can email me. We can direct chat. There are so many ways, bro. So Discord, I don't know why it has to be that special. If you are on Discord, people are gonna ask you, what about the WhatsApp group? Or what about this and that? Bro, it's almost impossible to keep up with everything now with a new social media account. I'm even thinking about closing some account because it's becoming so heavy for the family, so heavy for my work, so heavy for things. Sometimes you just need to disconnect from some of them. So thank you for asking. But if you are really want to engage with me, there are so many ways, even better ways to engage with me than Discord. You know what I mean? It's just too much. It's just getting out of control right now. So Discord, yes, but I'm here. You wanna call me? You have everything. You wanna email me? The email is there. You wanna DM me? Okay. You wanna direct talk with me? Whatever, call me and I'm always there. You can find me anytime, 24/7. Just I can't really. There are certain accounts that I even forgot the password. I only ask you a simple question on opinion about Mount. It's wrong to assume someone opinion like you conclude I hate Mount. Well, you're trying to be nice now, but you know what you said, right? You know what you said, You know what you said. You see people complain about Mount money. Have you seen anybody complain about Aubameyang money or anybody from another academy or another country's money? Only Mount. Why? Why always one person, 24/7 people hating him? And even me, I said, sell him if he doesn't perform. Bench him. It's normal. It's normal to say I don't like somebody, but getting to the level of like hate and evil and jealousy and like racism and the xenophobia and that, I don't like that. We are all the same, depending your color, the color of your skin or whatever, the language you speak. We are all brothers and sisters. Why some people need to hate on other people 24/7 because of football? What are you gonna get from that? Why are you jealous for him to get money? Why are you not complaining about money other people are getting? That's the problem. I don't know why we love to hate those kids from the academy. It has nothing to do with football anymore, because if it was about football, you were going to complain about other people's salaries. So people need to stop that. I'm here to unite Chelsea fan base because it's so much toxic and too much evil. Why? Why are we doing that to other human beings? People saying that he need to get a broken leg, or his family need to be killed, or he needs to do this and that and got cancer. People, because of football, what are you going to get that? That is evil. That is not football anymore. And I'm against that. I don't care about his football. I don't care about him leaving Chelsea. He's not the first or the last one that will leave Chelsea. But come on, it's not a reason for me to come and wish him all the freaking evil. And the same people would tell you that, they have some moral values, they pray, they go to churches. Freaking evil people. What they do is just sucking people blood 24/7 on freaking social media because of a team. How do you consider this team as my team and Mason Mount, who've been there for his entire life since the age of 6, and you saying leave my club? How this freaking club is yours and not Mason Mount's club? Felix, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. How you doing?
You are so far. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Mr. Miles, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, I can hear both of you better now.
Okay. Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. Is Alan? Is Alan better than Victor Osimhen?
I don't know. How do I know? Osimhen need to confirm it in the Premier League. And it's almost impossible to compare Haaland with anybody right now for what he's doing in the Premier League and in the Champions League. Osimhen need to come to the Premier League and confirm. But they are different players.
Okay.
They are
Let
me finish.
Wait.
They are completely different
now,
players.
You need to come to the Premier League to prove yourself before you can be considered a great player. I don't remember Ronaldinho coming to the Premier League. I don't remember Ronaldo having his glorious years in the Premier League. I don't remember so many great players. So I don't understand. Why should the Premier League be the basics or the premise for judging a great player? I don't understand.
Well, what I'm saying... Yeah, Miles, you want to say that? You want to say something? Okay, people, so I'm having some connection issues here. So if you see me frozen, that means something is